Over the past few weeks, I've had a few conversations with a few of my clients, and they all said the same thing. And it made me reflect on my early days of training. When you start hitting a certain level of training, the energy, the feeling that you get, the just fucking euphoria, that high energy state, that happiness, that strength, that health, that just spiritual cleanse, as I like to call it. It's just like this deep feeling of just peace of mind, right? It's extremely addictive. It gets to a point where you're no longer going to socialize with the same people, because the people that you used to hang out with have different habits, and their habits are going to steer you away. There's a lot of things that you're not going to like to do. Like I had a client of mine that just recently came back from a vacation. This is profound. Midway through the vacation, she didn't want to even be in the vacation. She just wanted to go home, back into her routine. She said, "Sam, I got homesick." I'm like, "You weren't homesick, homegirl. You weren't homesick. You were routine sick. You were breaking away from your process, the thing that you promised yourself you're going to be." And that's a person who's happy, strong, and healthy 24/7, training nonstop every single goddamn day. Why? Because it's what your dream is. It's what you say you're going to do. So when we don't do that and we just kind of slip off from training, we go on a vacation, walls are walls, doors are doors, food is food. To a certain extent, eventually, after a while, you just get bored of your environment. You just want to go back into that routine of the growth process. It's a growth process which is heavily addictive. When we go on a vacation, we're not exactly growing. I'm not against vacations. I'm not here to preach about, don't go on a vacation. But the point is this: if we're not training on a vacation, if we're not active during a vacation, our body doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't give three flying fucks about no vacation. It doesn't give a fuck about no friend's birthday. It doesn't give a fuck about anniversaries. It doesn't give a fuck about New Year's. If we're not training during these times, we're going to feel that internal turmoil kick in, because our body knows no difference. It just needs that stimulus nonstop, all the time, every single goddamn day. And if we don't, it can really just feel like unease. But here's the thing, here's a question, because I know there's a lot of people just wondering, "Hey, Sam, well, I don't train, I don't feel that." And the reality is, you don't train, you don't feel that, maybe because you're living in it. And that's what's so fucking scary. That's a mind fuck. So a lot of people are living in that constant state of low. How do you know that? Well, I mean, it's basic energy. If you're moving all the time, you're active all the time, you can feel internally that you're in a high energy state. I mean, fuck. That's why it's so addictive. That's why the ones who are going to the gym because it feels right to go through the process and leave just a better person. That's why it's so fucking addictive. And it's a good kind of addiction. It's not a bad one. It's not one that's destructing you as a human being. Right? I had another client around the same fucking time. She went on a cottage. She's like, "Sam, I like just being alone." These are females, not even males. She's like, "Sam, I just like being alone. I was on a cottage with my friends. I basically isolated myself from them. I didn't want to really associate with them that much. And all I wanted to do was just sleep and wake up and leave." And I was like, "You fucking figured it out." It's not that they're bad people. It's just you're just operating from a different frequency level. They're not going to understand it. If you want to talk about vibrations, frequency, energy, that's exactly what it is. You're just operating from a higher power, by definition. You're producing more force within a specific time frame. It causes a physiological change, and because it causes a physiological change, it changes who you are and how you see the world, and what you like to do and what you don't like to do, basically. So expect, when you go through your strength transformation, fitness transformation, whatever you want to call it, expect your peer groups to change. Expect a lot of changes in how you see the world. Expect distancing from normal ways of behavior. That's one thing I can guarantee that's going to happen. When you start training all the fucking time, I mean, just how you behave is going to be so different the way the world's going to operate. You're going to just see a lot of things that the majority of people are doing as just off. By definition, off. Lower. Energy. Low. Off. It's not going to make any sense to you. And vice versa. Rightfully or wrongfully so on their end too, you know what I'm saying? Because like they're not going to get why you're going to wake up super early in the morning, go to the gym, and just train. It's not, like I said, it doesn't have to be first thing in the morning, but I recommend it. So that's the thing about training all the time. It's, if you do it every single day, it's going to feel like you're on a vacation every single day. And that's why it's so fucking powerful. You're not going to care about material possessions as much. You're not going to care much about what people think as much. Because you're just happy to be you. And as you get stronger and stronger and more confident, you're going to find out exactly who you are at a deeper level.